Daniel walked over here, and it's kind of obvious by your body language you're not totally thrilled. Talk to me about the night.
You know, not one of our better events. You know, I always feel like that if we come into a place, you're going to have, you know, at least a few good fights that are gonna get you up out of your seat. We didn't have any of those. Well, I shouldn't say that. The Poirier-Miller fight was awesome, and obviously the fight of the night. Those guys gave it everything they had, and props to them. They put on a great performance tonight.
Let's talk about the main event. You had very high expectations for this matchup between Holly and Jermaine yesterday when I spoke to you. What were your thoughts when that fight was finished?
You know, it wasn't the best fight I ever saw. So, you know, I was hoping that the main event would deliver and erase most of the rest of the night. But that didn't happen. You know me. It's been a long time since we've had a bad show, and they happen. You know, it happens.
Anderson Silva came out here, obviously so happy to be fighting in New York City. Fighting a guy who won 5 of his last 6 in Derek Brunson, very tough fighter. Did you think Anderson won that fight? Because all 3 judges scored it for him. Twitter did not.
Right. Yeah. I had Brunson winning. I actually had the fight 1-1 going into the 3rd round, and I gave the 3rd round to Brunson. Yeah, Brunson sent me a text. He's obviously very upset. And, you know, he says, listen, this is how I support my family, and now I won't get my win bonus when I feel like I won the fight. But it's one of those things, man. I say it all the time. If you don't want to get screwed by the judges, don't let it go to the judges, you know. That it has nothing to do with me. You know, you can text me and I can feel for him, but it has nothing to do with me. You have to beat your opponent, and you have to beat the judges, unfortunately. That's the business.
Somebody who did finish the fight was Jacare. He made quick work of Tim Boetjen there. A very tough fighter as well. It's kind of log-jammed at 185. What's going on there?
Well, yeah, you know, the thing is about Jacare, and Rogan said it best, Bosch is dangerous, very dangerous. When that guy throws punches, and if he hits you, you know, he's ranked number 13, but for Jacare, good for him. He treated him like he was ranked number 13. So Jacare came out with a stellar performance and looked exactly how you should look when you're ranked where he is and where you're ranked where Bosch is. And also, he won $50,000 tonight. He won a bonus, so good for him too.
Yeah, very good for him. Obviously, he wants to fight Michael Bisping. Everybody's calling out Michael Bisping. That fight with Yoel Romero is the fight that's happening next. So what do you do with a guy like Jacare, who's so talented and so close to a title shot?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to go home and figure out what we do with a guy like Jacare now that he's, you know, and he's willing to fight. It's not like Jacare is sitting around saying, you know, I just want to sit around and wait for the title. He's willing to fight, so I got to get him a fight. I got to get him another fight. Everybody was fighting or injured right now, so he was in a real tough position. He came out and fought a very dangerous ranked number 13 guy and treated him tonight like he was ranked number 13. So good for him, and I'll try to get him something else.